NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to Denver. And so on to Antetokounmpo looking over it. From the top of the key, he buries it. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's Nesmith. Barnes grabs the miss. Cunningham with it. Pass to Exum. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
For three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Out to Brooks. In the corner, it's Nesmith. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Kept alive. Here's Randall. Brooks misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Exum. Here's Edey. Misses off the right iron.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Antetokounmpo. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Edey gets the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send him double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here's Giannis. Following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. Teardrop shot. Nesmith can't get it to go. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Edey. Over Giannis. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his second bucket. The Nuggets trail by 4. Antetokounmpo inside. Here's Randall. No good again that time.
those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
1:51 left to play in the first. And here's Cunningham. And it's Exum in the corner. Barnes outside. A 3-ball. Denver grabs the miss.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here's Cunningham. Got that one up quick.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Bounce pass from Cunningham. Here's Edey. No problem on the jumper in close. Edey's got his third basket of the night. Giannis high post. He's got 8. Doesn't go for him. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They set the pick. It's Cunningham with the drive. 6 on the shot clock. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And we reach the end of the first quarter. They're up by 9. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
17.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Here is Cunningham. Smith outside. And it's Thibault in the corner. It's stolen by Randall. It's stolen by Cunningham. To the paint. And it's Thibault in the corner. Shoots the 3. Randall with some nice D. The Nuggets trail by 9. Talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their heads. You want guys like that on your side. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. And that one's good, Barnes.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steady in an offense. Other times, it's to ignite it.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Now Pajemski. Nailed from three-point land.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Nuggets foul.
And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul.
His first personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Now Pajemski. Over in the corner, Cunningham. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18.
And that's a great job by Giannis of altering the shot.
Cunningham's shot is off. Pass to Smith. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Alvarado with it. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Barnes for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Giannis. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Pajemski. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Pajemski's got 6 in the quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here is Cunningham. Barnes outside. Hands it from downtown. Barnes has got 8 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. Denver passing it around. Here's Giannis. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Number 20, Jordan Hawkins.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Cunningham. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the inside. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Pass to Hawkins. The train. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Giannis inside. And Jalen Smith is going to pick up a foul.
Jalen Smith.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Antetokounmpo up top. Smith gets a hand on it. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Here's Brooks. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close.
Your Nuggets.
Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Cunningham with it. Pass to Pajemski. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Cunningham's got his third basket of the night right there. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Brooks misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Cunningham outside. Here's Edey. Hits the jump hook. Edey's got 10 points.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Antetokounmpo. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. He's got 14.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal. That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Here's Alvarado. From outside, off the mark. Two minutes into the second half of play now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Julius Randle picks one up.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Now, here's Cunningham, following the miss by Julius Randle. It's stolen by Alvarado. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicked by Randle. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's the screen. Here's Edey. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Brooks with no one around. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated. Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Edey. Over onto Kumbo. Edey can't hit. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the wing on the left. Tries to save it. Cunningham outside. Down low. Here's Thibault. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for Thibault. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Giannis outside. And here's Brooks from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's finally getting a chance to show off his range. I know he wishes he would have found his shot in the first half.
Now, here's Exum. And here's Cunningham. Clock at 4. Barnes. Julius Randle with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count that one. Giannis has got 6 in the quarter.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Here's Cunningham. 14 points for him. There's the drive. Exum with a wide open look. Can't nail the jumper.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Bogdanovich wide open. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided.
Your Nuggets.
Delivering the blow.
The away team, 50.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Timeout called, Nuggets. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Three-pointer. Edey with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now Podziemski. Jacks up a 3. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Now here's Beal. Marquez outside. Here's the 3. Edey with the rebound. Cunningham outside, inside, and that one's good. Barnes.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Harris. This one for three. And again, Denver no good. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beal with it. Into the lane. It's good. Beal's got his first bucket of the night.
So sudden on the drive. Beal loves to get one step ahead of the defense.
There's the pick. Pass to Pajemski. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
It's the confidence of Beal. He lets it fly from range when he really likes the look.
Pass to Pajemski. Back to Cunningham. Now Pajemski. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Cunningham inside. And it's Denver with the rebound. Hawkins outside. No good on the three.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Cunningham outside. And that one's good. Barnes. 14 points for Harrison Barnes.
When a crafty scorer like Barnes gets on a roll, it can turn into a big night.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Beal gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. And here's Cunningham. Pass to Pajemski. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
That's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Beal fires from way outside. The Nuggets with another miss. They set the pick. Pass to Pajemski. Hawkins with the steal. And they're moving it up. A three from Bogdanovich.
Even though he's undersized, he's making an impact on the glass, looking fearless right now.
Cunningham outside. Pajemski with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And here's Harris from the arc. He can't get that one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Edie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Jaquez. No good on the free throw.
At the line for the away team.
And he sinks the second. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And so the road team gets the W in this one.